Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had this one for a bit. I didn't want to rush and make a video, but I also don't really need 20 minutes to cover it, so here's a quick take that took a while to get to. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this great discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk, let's get right into it.
Let's start by delving into the insights shared by our first reviewer.
This reviewer found this computer mouse to be exceptionally lightweight, with buttons and a scroll wheel that all feel very satisfying to use. While the entire device is made of plastic, it feels surprisingly sturdy in the hand. A major highlight for this client was the integrated thumb rest, which was one of the primary reasons they chose this specific model in the first place. The real standout feature, however, is its independence from proprietary software. Our reviewer was thrilled that you don't have to install any bloated applications to get it running. The mouse works instantly when plugged into any computer, with all settings saved directly on the device itself. For any customization needs, there's a neat web portal on the manufacturer's site that lets you connect and tweak settings from anywhere. This approach is a game changer, especially for Linux users who are so often left without support from major peripheral companies. However, the experience wasn't without a few frustrations. This client noted some limitations in the customization options. For instance, the mouse comes with 5 preset DPI stages, and there is currently no way to disable any of them or add new ones. Strangely, while you can assign a button to cycle through DPI, you can't do the same for different user profiles. The web-based tool also has its own quirks. It requires a Chromium-based browser and simply won't work with Firefox. Furthermore, despite claims of wireless configuration, our reviewer could only access the portal by connecting the mouse with its wire. For fellow Linux users, it's worth noting there's an important extra step involved. Most distributions block the necessary connection protocol by default for security, so you'll need to add a specific UDEV rule to grant access. Despite these minor gripes, the overall impression is very positive. The core functionality and software-free convenience outweigh the drawbacks, and this client is quite satisfied and plans to stick with this mouse for the long haul.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer stumbled upon this particular computer mouse quite by accident, noting that it seemed to have slipped under the radar. Intrigued by claims that its shape resembled that of the popular Logitech G502 and reminiscent of the reviewer's own G604, they took a chance. The G604, while a reliable workhorse, felt a bit hefty, and a lighter alternative was very appealing. Having had positive experiences with another product from the same manufacturer, a keyboard that's held up beautifully for years, they decided to purchase this mouse with a leap of faith. This client then reports that this mouse has proven to be one of the best they've used in recent memory, especially considering its price point. They have tried close to 30 different mice over the last 5 years, and this one stands out. From the satisfying feel and sound of the switches, to the well-placed and sized side buttons, the smooth stock skates, the tactile scroll wheel, the comfortable weight, and the thoughtful placement of the DPI and polling rate buttons, everything seems well considered. The shell feels solid with no noticeable flex, and the coating, similar to Razer's, offers a slightly improved grip. The reviewer was so impressed, they confessed that they had no real criticisms of this mouse. The value for the money was exceptional. About a year after this initial positive impression, our reviewer updated their thoughts, reaffirming their original statement. The mouse is still in excellent condition, despite heavy daily use for work and occasional gaming sessions.
Awesome. Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer was really impressed with this mouse because it seems to fill a niche that's surprisingly empty. It's hard to find ergonomic mice that are also lightweight enough for fast-paced games, and conversely, most lightweight gaming mice skimp on extra programmable buttons. This mouse manages to combine those qualities, offering a comfortable grip for both palm and fingertip users, low latency and a good sensor for gaming, plus an extra programmable button. A reviewer feels like this mouse is perfect for someone who wants to game, especially FPS games, but also needs decent productivity features. It's not necessarily the asterisk best at either extreme. There are undoubtedly mice that are better specialized for pure gaming or pure productivity, but it strikes a really good balance between the two. This client would advise against getting the 8K polling version, as they feel the standard 1K polling rate is more than sufficient. Their main gripes with the mouse are the material quality, which feels a bit cheap, and the Huano switches, which are more reliable but require a bit more force to click. However, they did note that the scroll wheel and side buttons feel great and are easy to use. They did point out that the switches are on the louder side if noise is a concern for you.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.